What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Watch, and today we got a brand new video. So the free-to-play journey continues, and we are doing the unthinkable today. We are taking on Ravenous Chaos Master. Yeah, you heard me, Master. So I've attempted this a couple times. The reason it says new is because every time you transfer devices, these things reset for whatever reason. So when I moved it from my phone back to BlueStacks, the new tag popped up. But rest assured, I've attempted this multiple times to no success. But we're going to keep going, and I'm going to kind of go over the general strat. So Ravenous Chaos Masters is probably one of the hardest Conquest missions to beat on Masters, right? It could be the hardest mission. And the reason I say that is because of the Alice strat, where you take the 3-star Alice Rondo and you stun on the key turns. But with Orc Disaster, he needs to be stunned on turn 6 and on turn 8 for you to have a chance to win this on Master. And all of the other fights need to be stunned on like turns 1 or 2. Meaning that you need to make it so much further into the match, have everything go well for you so far, hit the stun, and then hit the stun again. Whereas a lot of the other fights, specifically the Hinata fight, is a turn 2 stun. So getting that first stun, and like for Hinata Master, you have to stun twice for the most part. But getting that first stun is significantly easier because it's not on turn 6, it's on turn 2. So what most people are doing is they're taking on the Hinata fight on Masters, and it's relatively doable, right? Like once you gear up, it's actually pretty doable, even as a free-to-play player, to do the Hinata on Master. I'm not saying every free-to-play player can do it. I'm just saying that it's not impossible to do, especially with access to Benimaru, and if you manage to pull Diablo or Veldora, you'll have higher odds there. But that being said, most people are taking on the Hinata fight on Masters. That way they can farm the hammers, because the hammers are universal, right? The hammers don't care what mission you're farming them on. It's just bronze hammer, silver hammer. So they'll farm the hammers, the silver hammers, on the Hinata Master mission, and then they will do normal on the other missions to get the proper magic cores. And that's kind of how you can pseudo like cheese the system to get the proper materials you need to get a 5-star equipment. But again, it doesn't really matter unless you can parallel process on Masters. So like no one is going there and like redoing it over and over again. So slowly got to get your EP up until you can break this 286k, which I'm not close to. I'm about 250k. I have whiles away before I hit that. But let's take on Master. What I'll do is I'm going to do a Master attempt, and then I'm going to do an Expert attempt to show you guys the difference between the two. And this video is going to be showing off the new Milim, free-to-play Milim, that is now accessible as a 5-star by unlocking her through the story, and then doing her awakening trials under the quest section. You can get her up to 5 stars, and she is a free-to-play light unit that you can now use to help gear up your dark units. So let's give this a shot. Now keep in mind, Orc Disaster, probably the hardest one because he stuns 2 times before turn 6. So the strat is to have the Benimaru here, because the Benimaru can actually stop the stuns with his stun evasion move. I'm lucky enough to have Light of Ramaris as my protector to give me a little extra boost. And then on top of that, her ability is okay. It does 15% more damage to light attacks for 2 turns, but sometimes just having like, I don't know, it's not the best ability. It's okay, but let's get into it. I recorded this video yesterday, and I didn't like how the video went, so I decided, you know what, I'll just wait a day. It sucks because I haven't uploaded in 2 days, but I said, let me record again and we'll see what goes. I'm being completely honest, I'm not resetting. So like, don't expect this necessarily to turn into a win unless everything falls into hands perfectly. What this is trying to show you is what you can expect from Masters, because there is literally no Master video on YouTube. So I want to show you what the strat is, because it has nothing to do with skill and everything to do with RNG. Oh, no. Okay, we got to reset. I didn't realize I had auto on. Yeah. Thankfully, I will say what this game does nice is losing and retiring does not take any stamina whatsoever, which is a really good thing that they do here. But what I will say is this would resetting would be significantly easier if you could reset skills as well. The fact that you can only reset the cards that you use and not the skills makes it pretty annoying. But let's see. So the strat overall is my Gazelle and my Shuna hit pretty hard. Even though my Gazelle has 400 more attack than my Shuna, the Shuna hits almost as hard as the Gazelle because Orc Disaster has 20% negative reduction. Like he takes 20% more damage from magic users, which Shuna and Milim are. So it's a really big thing to keep in mind. Okay. So let's see. Thanks, Great Sage. Just beat him quickly. Oh. I would normally swap out the Benimaru here, but I need the Benimaru in for next turn. So we're going to swap out you and we're going to bring in Shuna for Milim. The reason for that is I think Shuna has... Oh, it's orange to blue and not orange to green. Unlucky. Okay. Let's do... So, ironically, I'm pretty sure the Benimaru, even though he's not type advantage or has the proper leader, does more damage. Okay, he doesn't. He doesn't. I thought he would for a second, and I was like... Okay, so we see here we have a stun evasion, and we'll do this. Need one more turn to get through this. This is what I don't like, right? Like, I don't have an easy way to change all these. Might be better off just changing half. I'm actually not going to change any because this will expire in one turn. Decrease pierce rate. I want to... Yeah, one turn remaining, right? So we will... just do this and wait because these will get fixed and that'll be big damage here. And these are some of the worst cards I have seen. Okay. Just like no blues when I really need blues to do anything. Pretty big damage. Okay. There we go. But now it's turn 6 and I have to come in for the stun and I've done no damage because nothing's went my way. And there you go. That is the problem with Conquest. Come on. Yep. Absolutely insane. Oh, I wish the stun thing wasn't actually needed and these were just doable. But it is what it is. So what I'm most likely going to do is do a live stream where I try to actually go for the Masters run, but like I'll reset then. I just cannot be asked to do it there because you have to use so much skill points to do the stuns, to do the stun evasion, that like you consume a lot of my the nice thing with Milim is that she really helps out with expert because of the fact that she's an orb changer. But you can't orb change when you need to use those points to dodge the stuns. So that's kind of like the predicament. I definitely think he's probably one of the hardest actual conquest there is. So completing that is going to be a nightmare, but once you do, whoo, that'll be fantastic. So let's we'll do this, and we'll do 3 green. Just the colors are better. The problem is it's like orange to blue and green to blue. But I want to change to green. Ooh, good damage. Ooh, come on. Look, why? I just gotta do it. I just gotta do it. Doesn't matter. It sucks, but like that's like multiple times in a row I'm just getting unlucky with my colors. But it's fine. Wait, I don't need the Benimaru here by any means. Okay. Why couldn't it be the other way? That's fine. Let's bring out the Gazelle. All right. Get a little bit more of a harder hitter. Yeah, this is nice. But see how many extra points I have now? Ooh, big damage. Oh, these are the colors that we want. There we go. Now watch this, right? Okay, this is huge. I can go for the 6. Should I go for the 6? Probably not worth it. Probably not worth it. Do I have any attack up for Milim? I don't. Okay. Yeah, that's huge. Ooh, big damage. Why would you counter me? Huh? I don't like that. Ow, don't do that twice. Okay. Soul of Secrets into Soul of Divine Protection. It does literally nothing. But that's okay. I'm doing this for the light boost. Maybe I should go for another defense down, since I have the spare points. Yeah, I'll still be back at 72. No reason not to. Ooh, I've actually not seen the Milim ult before. Drago Breaker! Ooh, nice damage. Yeah, you live. You live, Milim. Every time. This sucks. I want to change the orange to blue so badly, but I have to bring in the Alice for the stun. Never lucky. Never lucky. But this is kind of how when I beat it, I just hit the stun. And I managed to beat him before turn 8. And I didn't need a second stun. Because overall, everyone was doing really good damage. And the Milim surprisingly did a lot. But you can see how much color placement actually matters. Where you just don't get like you just don't get a chance to do anything because you'll have dead turns with the orange cards. But yeah, this is so doable for me at this point. I just got to get lucky with the stun. It really sucks that that's kind of like the strat of how like the end game content goes, because it's everyone just trying to cheese it, and there's not many ways to get your character stronger than like the breakpoint required. Meaning, like, if I didn't want to cheese it, I would have to simply beat it by turn 6, right? And that's extremely difficult to do unless I had maybe dupes in my characters, multiple of my light units at maybe 4 and 5-star gear. But again, how am I supposed to do that? So that's kind of the issue with Conquest. But hopefully that gave you a nice idea of what it's going to be coming up on this on like Ravenous Chaos. Like, what can you expect? Because the thing is, if the content so my biggest concern is not the difficulty of the missions, is that the rewards for the difficulties don't line up. Because our gear is the next thing we have to upgrade, and it's locked behind something astronomically harder than the rewards that we are getting for it, right? Like, we should have access to 5-star gear prior to expert, in my opinion, right? There needs to be some sort of intermediary, and then you need to be getting from master, you need to be getting golden hammers, and that is significantly more reasonable. So everything kind of needs to be shifted down one, in my opinion, in terms of rewards. And if that was done, then it's much more reasonable, because then expert becomes this obtainable goal that you can now farm 5-star gear for. And then 6-star gear is like the end all be all, and that's okay if we can't get it right away. So that's kind of my take on it. Hopefully you guys had a little bit of a nice experience watching me get my face smashed in by Orc Disaster. I'm going to be tackling some of the other conquests now, and make sure you're subscribed, because I'm going to start streaming, and that'll just be a great time to chill and grind together. So have a good one, and peace out, everybody. See you on the next video.